spin like a whirlwind in my mind. Every day and through the night. Oh, you are in love of the place in my mind. Trying to find a way to get to you. I love of the place in my mind. Like a rumble in my head. You spin like a whirlwind in my mind. Every day and through the night. Oh, you are in love of the place in my mind. Trying to find a way to get to you. I love of the place in my mind. Like a rumble in my head. Spin like a whirlwind in my mind. Every day and through the night. Our love of the place in my mind. Trying to find a way to get to you. I love of the place in my mind. Like a rumble in my head.
Didn't wanna make things harder. I'm already breaking. You never guess the things I thought of, but my scars are aching. I try to make you understand. This isn't how it's meant to be. I'm not the one that's holding on to something that's already gone. And I'm just trying to make things work. You always try to rock the boat. I always get us back on course, but baby, you're the undertow. I told you that I can't wait, 'cause I can't even think straight. I feel just like I'm next to you, but baby, you're worth too heavy. Trapped in my thoughts, losing consciousness. Can't wake up 'cause I'm obnoxiously missing you, and you're not too. And it always haunts me. It always haunts me. I try to make you understand. You were never part of the plan. I'm not the one that's holding on to something that's already gone. And I'm just trying to make things work. You always try to rock the boat. I always get us
Very good evening. Welcome to our Thursday night quiz, guys. Good to have you here with us again for what is week 53 of our Thursday night quiz. Good to have you here with us. As I said, good week last week as well. We got a €100 cash prize given away last week. And let's just have a quick look and see, make sure all teams, we had the incorrect link in your bounce back email. So hopefully everybody has received the correct link and is in the game. Let's have a look and see if that's the case. So 13 teams I have here at the moment, I think, ready to do battle for tonight's cash prize. 25% of all entrance fees always goes back out to the winners. So remember, of course, the more teams we have playing, the more money becomes the jackpot for you guys out there. Let's see where we're at. We've only got about 30 seconds to go here, guys. Hopefully you're all set and ready to do battle. 75 questions, 3 rounds. You know exactly the drill at this stage. And if you're new, you're very welcome along here. We've got 75 general knowledge quiz questions coming your way. It's all general knowledge. Always has been on a Thursday night as well. So sit back, relax, and let's see what kind of points you can get. Remember, the faster you lock in an answer, the more points you're going to pick up. The very best of luck to all teams taking part. Here comes your first question. We'll read the question first, and then you'll have 10 seconds to lock in your answer. Keep an eye on that countdown. Once that starts, that's your cue to go. What is Madonna's real first name? First out of your answer, that's all I need. What is Madonna's real first name? Sarah Bulger, email link not working. So Sarah, if you just check your email once again, we did send an email there about 6 or 7 minutes ago with the brand new link. So do check your email once again. The one that was sent to you when you purchased the ticket was an incorrect one. So we'll just delay just a second here and see if you guys can get back in. That's from Paul. I want to make sure all teams who've purchased the ticket have been entered into the game. Either way, we'll have to give this answer out just now, and we can show you the different answers we've received. Maria, LC, actually the correct answer is M for Madonna. That's the correct answer. So hopefully Sarah Bulger email link is now working. Hopefully it is. If not, do send us a Facebook message if you want, and we will send that to you in a private message. We don't want to put it in the live chat in case there's anybody browsing wants to jump in on the game. So bear with us, folks. Want to make sure Paul and Sarah get themselves sorted here. So I'm going to just quickly look in there now and see if that email address has been added. Okay, we have 14 teams now, so I presume that's been sorted out. If you want to pop another message on live chat to let us know if you're in or out of the game, or if you need the link, do send us a private message on Facebook to the livequizzing.com Facebook page. Okay, right, we must continue on, and hopefully you get yourselves sorted, guys. As I said, do let us know if you need more help. Question number 2, here it is. Again, first letter of your answer, that's all we need. What word can go after fish and before print? First letter of your answer, you've 10 seconds. Okay, we got 7 different answers. 7 different ones. Let's see what we have received here. P, B, G, A, O, and T. If only we knew what they all meant. The correct answer is F for fish finger and fingerprint. So F for finger is the correct answer. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. So again, first letter, first name, if you know the answer for this one. Which actor was the first man to appear on the cover of American Vogue? First letter, first name, and you've got 10 seconds to lock that in. right, seems to be a couple of tricky questions kicking things off this Thursday night. Let's show you what we have here with the 6 different answers. The correct answer, you can see it there, full spelling. It is the letter R for Richard Gere, is the correct answer. Now let's move on. Actually, we'll just take a quick look at the scores here. And of course, if Sarah's out there, do let us know. We'll take it that you're in the game. All right. Let's see now. We have quite a few teams on 0 points there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 teams with the same name. Quiz Christopherson, have we? All right, let's continue on. If everybody's with us, we're presuming at this stage everybody's in the game that has purchased the tickets, unless I hear otherwise. Here's question number 4, multiple choice. Having the highest selling album sales worldwide with more than 25 million records sold, who was the first ever winner of American Idol? Is it A, Carrie Underwood, B, Kelly Clarkson? Is it C, Justin Guarini? Is it D, Ruben Studdard? 10 seconds. All right, let's check the votes here. We can see that a whopping 82% of teams going with B, Kelly Clarkson. No one for C and D. The correct answer is, of course, B, Kelly Clarkson is correct. Question number 5 as follows. What other choice what do cows drink? Is it A, milk, B, orange juice, C, water? 10 seconds. Interestingly enough, 18% of teams believe that cows drink orange juice. That, I'm afraid, is an incorrect answer. No one slipped up here with A, milk. Everybody's concentrating, which is good to see. And it is, of course, water. Question number 6 is up next. First out of your answer, which is the first month of the year to have exactly 30 days? First out of your answer, please. All right, okay, we can see here everybody had the correct answer, and interestingly enough, we have a split up there. It must be to do with somebody pressing maybe a space bar after the letter L. Nonetheless, all teams get the points because April is the correct answer. That's interesting. Okay, let's head for question 7 then. Which is the only mammal able to fly? First out of your answer, which is the only mammal able to fly? 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out what we have here. We have 80% with the letter B for bats. We have an S and P here, which are incorrect. Here's your scores. So in the lead, it's the dynamic duo. Second place, Big Fat Hunt. And then third, Dakota Vinci in third. Fourth place for Burr, and fifth place for Sir Isaac Hunt. Let's keep going. So with question number 8. Which of these animals does not appear in the title of a 70s Best Picture winner at the Oscars? Is it A, cuckoo, B, lion, C, deer? You have 10 seconds now. 90% of teams answering sweetly with the line. That's correct. Here's question number 9. Which word is a German city and a light perfume? First set of your answer, please. Let's see what the results show us here. 91% for Cologne is correct. Excellent stuff. Question 10 in round 1. Which of these men entered the UK Top 40 singles charts first? Is it A. James Blake, B. James Blunt, C. James Bay? 10 seconds. Okay, everyone has voted right now. We can see that 80% of you have gone with B. James Blunt. Is this correct? It sure is. Well played. Now let's have a look then at the scores once again here. If we can do that for just a second here. Question 11 coming right up. Here it is. First set of your answer. Who, as a baby, was set afloat in a basket on the River Nile? 10 seconds. Now we can check the results as we've had 4 different answers for this one. Correct answer is Moses is correct. 60% of teams answering correctly. Question 12. Which sport are there medicines and pursuits? First letter of your answer. So we have here a total of 7 different answers, with cycling is correct. Question 13. In the film Interview the Vampire, who played the vampire being interviewed? First letter, first name. That's all we need. Total of 4 different answers, but only one of those is correct, and that is the letter B for Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was the one sitting in the chair being interviewed. Okay. Question number 14. First letter, first name. Who wrote the novel Dr. No? First letter, first name. Here's what we got as answers. 70% with James Bond. It is Ian Fleming is correct. Question 15. How many Apollo missions landed on the moon? 10 seconds. How many Apollo missions landed on the moon? Total of 6 different answers. What have we out there? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 6, we have 9, and we have 13 as answers. There can only be one correct one, and 20% of teams answered it correctly. That is 6 is correct. Question 16 now next. Which star constellation represents a hunter with his club and shield raised? 10 seconds. 7 different answers. 45% of teams answering correctly. Mine is correct. Here's your scores. Dynamic Duo still in the lead. Big Fat Hunt and Dakota Vitsi is in third. Exactly as it was the last time we checked it, at least in the top 3 anyway. Let's see who can break into the top 3 with the next 4 questions before we check again. Here's question 17. On which religion are the 8-spoked wheel and the lotus flower symbols? First letter, please. Now we have the answer coming in with 73%. Speed Buddhism is correct. Question 18. Which iconic superhero slides down a pole to get to the vintage version of the car shown? Batman, Spawn, Daredevil or Hellboy? No real issues here. All teams going with Batman. That's correct. Question 19. American Idol is the American version of the Idols singing competition franchise. What is the name of the original British TV show it based on? Is it A, British Idol, B, Pop Idol, C, Pop Stars, or D, Britain's Got Talent? Here's what you've selected. Nearly 20% said Britain's Got Talent. 82% going with Pop Idol. That is because it's correct. Here's question 20. Which of these masterpieces of American literature hit bookstore shelves before the others? Is it A, Catch-22, B, The Catcher in the Rye? Is it C, Slaughterhouse 5, or D, Fahrenheit 451? Now the results tell us that 55% of you going with B. Good answer. Let's get one more question before we take a look at the scores. Question 21. Which of these 20th century US presidents was born first? A, Jimmy Carter, B, Ronald Reagan, C, John F. Kennedy, or D, Richard Nixon? Here's how the votes came in. A lot of people going with Richard Nixon. 36% for B, 18% for John F. Kennedy. Correct answer is Ronald Reagan is correct.
Of the 6 presidents who preceded Ronald Reagan, 5 of them were younger than him. Only Lyndon Johnson was older, and only by 2.5 years.
Here's your scores. So a little bit of a change right now. For third place, Burr has got in there. Let's play the next 4 questions, the last 4 in round 1. Here's question 22. Which of the following bands is not one of the founding members of Guns N' Roses were in prior to the formation of Guns N' Roses? Is it A, LA Guns, B, New Guns, C, Hollywood Rose, or D, Road Crew? What do you know? What do you know about Guns N' Roses? Yeah, tricky old question this. I can show you now the votes were a bit of everything here. Correct answer I'm looking for is B, New Guns.
Izzy Stradlin and Axl Rose were originally in Hollywood Rose. Founding Guns N' Roses member Tracy Guns was in LA Guns. Duff McKagan, Slash, and Steven Adler were in road crew prior to Guns N' Roses. New Guns is not an actual band.
Not an actual band. There you have it. Question 23 then. In which comic strip would you not find the character seen here? Is it A, Bloom County? Is it B, Optus? Is it C, Pigeon Culture? Or is it D, Outland? What do you think? 10 seconds. Sure, this one's got people scratching their heads here, with 45% going with B, 36 with C, and 18% of you with D. Correct answer is... It is C is the correct answer.
Opus the Penguin has appeared in several of creator Barclay Breathed comic strips, most notably his 1980s comic strip Bloom County. Breathed also included Opus in the sequel strip to Bloom County, Outland, and later made him the star of his own self-titled strip.
Alright. Question 24 then. This TV show, Car, with its doors welded shut, signature horn, and its own name. What was it? Is it A, Agent Orange, B, Colonel Mustard? Is it C, Corporal Punishment, or D, General Lee? 10 seconds. Here's how the votes came in. 3 different answers. The correct one going with 82% of you, which said General Lee.
The orange 1969 Dodge Charger was known as General Lee on the Dukes of Hazzard. During the production of the Dukes of Hazzard, many General Lees were destroyed or rendered undrivable, making the car something of a rarity today.
Final question in round number 1. Also turning 50 in 2021 is actress Winona Ryder. Of these films she starred in, which was released first? Is it A, Beetlejuice, B, Edward Scissorhands, C, Reality Bites, or D, Mermaids? 10 seconds. Right, so no one went with B or C here. 64% with Beetlejuice, 36% with Mermaids. The correct answer is... It is A, Beetlejuice.
The films were released in the following order: Beetlejuice, 1988, Edward Scissorhands, 1990, Mermaids, 1990.
And Reality Bites then was 1994 as well, okay? Okay, so guys, that is the end of round number 1. Here's your scores right now on your displays. Dynamic Duo, Big Fat Hunt, and the Rileys into 3rd place. So 3rd place has not settled yet. But who's going to break into the first 2? Can anyone upset those 2 teams? As we head for round 2 in about 5 minutes, guys. We're going to take a short break here, guys. When we come back, you know the drill. We'll be back with the questions to round number 2. So we'll see you back here in about 5 minutes. Okay, so guys, welcome back to part 2 of tonight's quiz. We got the next 25 questions ready to go here, so stand by for those. Here it is, using digits now. How many digits do the Simpsons have on each hand? You've 10 seconds to lock in that answer. Time is now up, and we have received 2 different answers. One team said 3, and the rest of the teams then answered correctly with 4 digits on each hand is correct. Question number 2. In our solar system, which planet takes the least time to orbit the sun? First out of your answer, please. In our solar system, which planet takes the least time to orbit the sun? Alright, we got 3 different answers. The correct one with the letter M from Mercury. Question 3. What is a young badger called? 10 seconds. What is a young badger called? First out of your answer. Teams are locking in their answers here. We can show you now what we received. We have 82%. That was correct. Question 4. In what month did the moon landing take place back in 1969? First out of your answer. In what month did the moon landing take place back in 1969? Alright, 3 different answers I think we have here. We can show those to you now. We've A and we've F, and 73% who went with the letter J, which is always handy when it comes to first out of your answer when we're asking for a month. You're going to be covering 3 months at least, aren't you? Yeah, the correct answer is, of course, July. We've got 2 scoreboards, guys, in round 2. You know this. We have the best performing teams in just round 2 on its own. And then we're going to show you the overall scores after that. There you have it. Dakota Vinci's back into 3rd, I've just noticed. Well, back into 3rd. Who can unsettle 2nd and 1st place? Let's play question number 5. Badwater is the Western Hemisphere's lowest point. In what US state is it to be found? I need the first letter of that state, please. Right, we're right up on time here now. We can see that we've got 4 different answers, with the correct one going to 73% of you, which is C for California. Question number 6. Which of these films is about a violinist who is kidnapped and forced into servitude? Is it A, 12 Years a Slave? Is it B, The Color Purple? Or is it C, Amstead? – 36% for A, 45% for C. Correct answer is A is correct. Question number 7. Which cocktail consists of a Tea Maria, vodka and Coke? First out of your answer, please. Time is now up here, and we have a total of 4 different answers. I can show you now that the most popular answer went with 73% of you, Black Russian. Question number 8 in round 2. In which sport would you have an Eskimo roll? First letter of your answer, please. Sure is a few different answers coming in. 6 in total. The correct answer is canoeing. Canoeing is the word we're looking for here. Here's your scoreboards. Best performing team in this round: Smarties. Dynamo Dew is second best team in round 2. Some Crow in third. Overall, it shows us that we have new third place. Smarties are saying hello to third place right now. The gap is increasing between third and second, as is there a gap between second and first as well. Here's question number 9. In which TV program did the staff of Grace Brothers appear? First letter of your answer. Here's what you voted with. 82% of you answering correctly. Are you being served? Question 10. What type of house did Blur take to the top of the charts? First out of your answer. What type of house did Blur take to the top of the charts? Showing you the results with the 4 different answers we received. OVB and the letter C. Country House is the name of the song. Question 11. A gift of wood is usually given to celebrate which wedding anniversary? Is it A, 5th, B, 7th, C, 3rd? A gift of wood is usually given to celebrate which wedding anniversary? Showing you the results, here they are. 55% with A, 36% with C, and just 9% with B. The correct answer is A, 5th. Question 12. A hexagon has how many sides? 10 seconds. A hexagon has how many sides? We have 3 different answers here. We have a team that said 10, we have a team that said 8, and we have 9 teams who said 6. That's the correct answer. Here's your scores once again. Let's take a look at the overall scores. What have you got? Question 13 looks like this. First out of your answer, which long-running drama series is set in Weatherfield? 10 seconds for the first out of your answer. All teams locked in. No real issues here. 100% of you going with the letter C for Coronation Street. That is correct. Question 14. In the nursery rhyme, how many men did the grand old Duke of York have? 10 seconds. In the nursery rhyme, how many men did the grand old Duke of York have? Teams have locked it in. 3 different ones. We have a team that said 100, another team who said 10, and then we have 9 teams here, 10,000. Question 15. According to the proverb, what is the mother of invention? First out of your answer. According to the proverb, what is the mother of invention? Sure, we can take a quick look here and see that we have 3 different answers. 82% once again. Necessity is the mother of invention. Question 16. In which of these films did Will Smith's character not battle aliens? Is it A, I, Robot, B, Independence Day, or C, Men in Black? So 18% for B and C. Correct answer. 64% of T is iRobot, artificial intelligence. So let's play question 17. Here it is. What is the nickname of Peterborough United football team? Is it A, the Sporty, B, the Posh, C, the Scary, or D, the Baby? What do you think? 10 seconds. Sporty, the Posh, Scary, or Baby? Right, let's see which of these Spice Girls you've all gone with. You've all gone with B. Posh is correct. Question 18. Which group won the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Making Your Mind Up? First set of your answer. Which group won the Eurovision Song Contest with Making Your Mind Up? Two teams, perhaps looking at the picture and saying they kind of look like ABBA. This is not correct because it is Bucks Fizz. Bucks Fizz is the correct answer. Here's your scores. Best team in round 2 on its own. It is the Dynamic Duo. Big Fat Hunt, second best team in round 2. The Smarties, third best. Overall, this third place is just bouncing around the place tonight. Still a gap though. They got a lot of work to do to try and catch second place. And a hell of a lot of work to try and catch our leaders, Dynamic Duo. Here's question number 19. What's the first name of the boy shown in this comic strip who's always getting into trouble? First letter of your answer. All the results are now in. 5 different answers. We can see that 64% of you answering correctly with Dennis the Menace. Question 20. Starting with Disney's The Love Bug in 1968, this 1963 Volkswagen Beetle went by the name of what? 10 seconds. First set of your answer. Have we everybody in? We have 2 different answers here. We can show you that 27% went with B and the rest went with H for Kirby is correct. Question 21. Which of the following colors is not a basic secondary color? Is it A, blue, B, green, C, purple, or D, orange? Let's stick 10 seconds on this. Here is the way you have voted here. The majority going with A, blue. 27% with purple. Correct answer is... it is A, blue.
Red, blue, and yellow are primary colors. Secondary colors purple, orange, and green are made from mixing 2 primary colors together. Red and yellow for orange, blue and yellow for green, and blue and red for purple.
So now you know. Excellent. Here's question 22. What 1991 film didn't end well for the 1966 Ford Thunderbird and the heroines that were driving in it? Is it A, Bad Girls, B, Fried Green Tomatoes, C, Thelma and Louise, or D, Frankie and Johnny? Let's see what we have as answers. 91% went that Thelma and Louise. Question 23 now. What is Guns N' Roses singer Axl Rose's actual birth name? Is it A, Brian Patrick Carl, B, William Bailey, C, Miles Kennedy, or D, Saul Hudson? 10 seconds. Votes are in, all locked in. 36% for A, 45% for B, 9% for both C and D. The correct answer on this occasion, it is B, which is William Bailey.
Brian Patrick Carroll is one-time guitarist Buckethead's birth name. Miles Kennedy is the leader singer of Slash's current solo band. Saul Hudson is guitarist Slash's actual birth name. William Bailey is Axl Rose's actual name.
There you know. Question 24. Here it is. Peter Sellers played Inspector Clouseau in the 1960s Pink Panther movie franchise. Who or what was the Pink Panther? Is it A, diamond, B, spy, C, thief, or D, a zoo animal? 10 seconds. Showing you the results here, no one went with D, and just 18% went with B, 36 for A, and 45 for thief. The correct answer is A, diamond is correct. Question 25, last question in round 2. Here it is. Which of these comic strips, which one debuted first? So from these classic ones, is it A, Peanuts, B, Dennis the Menace, C, The Family Circus, or D, The Born Loser? 10 seconds. We can see 64% of teams answer correctly with Peanuts is correct.
Peanuts debuted in 1950, a year before Dennis the Menace and the Family Circus. The Born Loser debuted in 1965.
Scores best team. So in this round was the dynamic duo Big Fat Hunt and the Smarties. They were the top performing teams in round 2. Overall, Burr is back into third place again. Big Fat Hunt and duo cementing that position down in first and second. Are we looking at the first and second place? Is that cemented in, or can the next 25 questions do something about that? Lads, we're going to just take our next 5-minute break. When we come back, let's see what's happening here. What's happening here? Guys, if you're still with us, let me know if you've been kicked out of the game. Not sure why that might have happened. Let me know before we hit the 5-minute countdown. It looked like it was heading for round 4, but we're not in round 4 yet. And this is not a VIP game, which I've just checked. So all teams should have progressed to the next game. So do let us know if you have been kicked out of the game. And if you have, what we're going to do at this stage, I'm going to post up the code for this particular game, because anyone who jumps in now is not going to win anyway. So if you have been kicked out and you're still watching us on YouTube, I'm going to put in the code here to get you quickly back into the game, if I can do that. So guys, if anybody's on the YouTube live chat, let us know. You're still in the game. Insane Gaming said I'm still in. It could have been just something I done. So if anybody else can confirm they're still in the game and they're in round 3, I can then stick on the 5-minute countdown. I think we can do that anyway. So you got 5 minutes to let me know if you need help. I have put the code on the live chat because it is round 3 and I don't think anybody's gonna come in round 3 and win the game. I'll stay with it, guys, and I want to make sure everybody's in round 3. I just noticed on my spare device where we just like to watch and see what's happening, it did punch me out of the game. And if that's happened to you, just put in the new code. Stay with the same email address, obviously. And I've just posted the code for round 3 if you need it, just to quickly get you in the game. So Insane Gaming, thank you for letting me know you're still in the game. You're the only one kind of giving me any feedback here. Let me just check and see if the crowd is all in here. Seems to be okay. So guys, I'm not getting any messages. I'm presuming everybody's still in the game, and we'll see you back here in about 3.5 minutes time. Okay, so guys, welcome back to part 3 of our quiz tonight. The last 25 questions coming your way now, and your last chance to catch those teams who seem to be growing that lead at this late stage as well. Can they be caught? Can the cash prize be heading somewhere else? We're finding out in just a few minutes. Guys, we got the final 25 questions. You lose 20 points right now for every incorrect answer during this round, so please be careful, as you will lose 20 points if you give an incorrect answer during this particular round. So if you're all set and ready, let's crack on with our third and final round in the main quiz. Don't forget, of course, we have the eliminator game, but before that we have a raffle ticket game as well. So plenty to do now during this round. Here we go. Question number 1, first out of your answer. In the Bible, which archangel foretells the birth of Jesus to Mary? 10 seconds. Two different answers. We have the letter M, perhaps for Moses. Is it? No, it is. Angel Gabriel is the correct answer. Question number 2 now. The average adult burns approximately how many calories by walking 1 mile? Is it A, 360, B, 90, or D, 180? Perhaps if you're walking like this gentleman, you'll burn more. Let's see what you've put in as an answer here. 91% of teams going with B, 90. Question number 3. So Brothers in Arms was a #1 selling album, but for which group? First letter, if you know the answer. Here's how you played it. 60% going with the letter D for Dire Straits. That is the correct answer. Question number 4. How many bones are there in an adult human body? 10 seconds. How many bones are there in an adult human body? Hit submit to commit to the question. Let's see what we have here. We've got at least 5 different answers so far. That could increase. We're on to 6 now. Let me show you what we have. The highest being 256. And what's the lowest here? Is it 180? Is it? The correct answer is 206. Guys, we're going to show you just one scoreboard during this round, and that's the best performing team in round 3. Question number 5. Which of these luxury car brands rolled off the assembly line before the other 3? Is it A, Ferrari, B, Jaguar, C, Lamborghini, or D, Porsche? So which of these luxury cars brands rolled off the assembly line before the other 3? The votes are all calculated. They're all in. Nobody went with C, Lamborghini. We have 45% going with Jaguar. Correct answer is Jaguar.
The first Jaguar was 1935's SS Jaguar 2.5L Saloon. Ferrari debuted in 1947. Lamborghini debuted in 1963. And Porsche debuted its first completed car in 1948.
Let's keep going to question number 6 now next. Dermatology is the medical study of what? First out of your answer will do nicely. – 100% of teams going with S for skin is correct. Question number 7, here it is. Before joining the euro, what was the currency of Greece? First letter, please. So many different answers, 4 different ones. Correct answer is the letter D for drachmas. Right. Question 8. In which country was porcelain first made? First out of your answer, please. In which country was porcelain first made? %73% with KK in there. Is that Kilkenny? No, the correct answer is C, China. Let's take a look at the best performing teams in just round 3. We'll show you the overall scores at the very end. And while we're changing the battery, back to you shortly. Alright, so let's crack on then with question number 9 next. First letter, first name, who starred alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 1988 film Twins? You have 10 seconds. Right, so all votes are now in. 100% of you answering correctly, with Danny DeVito is the correct answer. Danny DeVito. Right, here's question number 10 in round 3. What term is given to a female deer? 10 seconds. What term is given to a female deer? Once again, 100% of teams on the ball. Question 11. Which of these dogs does not have droopy ears? Is it A, deerhound, B, foxhound, or C, bloodhound?
Wait.
45% for A, 36% for B, and 18% for C. It is A, deerhound is correct. Question 12. In which year did Concorde make its first flight? You have 10 seconds. It's a 4-digit answer. Interesting. We've got 6. No, we don't. We've got 7 different answers, ranging from 79. We've got 69 in there. 1998 is it there? And we were looking for a 4-digit answer, and that 4-digit is 1969. 1969 is correct. Question number 13. The next. The red dragon on the Welsh national flag is standing on how many feet? 10 seconds. The red dragon on the Welsh national flag is standing on how many feet? Here's how you voted. 55% said 3, 26% said 2, and 9% of you think it's on all 4. The correct answer is in fact 3. Question 14. The punctuation mark is also known as an inverted comma. Is it A, colon, B, exclamation mark, C, full stop, or D, quotation mark? You have 10 seconds. What have we got as overwhelming? It is 73% of you who said D, quotation mark. Scores once again for just round 3. Dynamic duo Big Fat Hunt and Sir Isaac Hunt. They are the standings for just round 3 on its own. Question 15. Which Simpsons character said, "I've done everything that in the Bible says, even the stuff that contradicts the other stuff"? First letter, first name. So which Simpsons character said it? Two different answers. H and N are the letters used. H for Homer, 82% for N for Ned Flanders, which is the correct answer. Question number 16. Which part of a horse riding equipment is a snaffle? Is it A, stirrup, B, harness, C, bit? Time is now up. All teams have locked in their answers, with 73% of you going with C, bit, and 27 B. Question 17 now. Who is Yogi Bear's best friend? First out of your answer. Who's Yogi Bear's best friend? Sure, we can take a look here, and we can see that 70% with the letter V. That is the correct answer. Question 18. On which planet did the Pathfinder module land in 1997? Is it A, Neptune, B, Jupiter, C, Mars, D, Venus? As many as 90% going with C, Mars. That's a good answer. We'll play question number 19 now in round 3. Which of these Chelsea managers was not succeeded by Jose Mourinho? Is it A, Rafael Benitez, B, Roberto Di Matteo, or C, Claudio Ranieri? Alright, a little bit of everything here, guys. 36% for both A and C, and 27% with Roberto Di Matteo, which is the answer we're looking for. Question 20 now. Okay, here it is. Which of these social media network sites launched first? Is it A, Facebook, B, Friendster, C, MySpace, or D, LinkedIn? Here's how you voted. 64% of you went with MySpace. The correct answer I'm looking for is B, Friendster.
Though technically not the first social media network, Friendster is the oldest of these, launching in 2002. It was followed by LinkedIn and MySpace in 2003, and the most successful of all, Facebook, in 2004. Proof that the early bird doesn't always get the worm.
There you go. Let's take a final look then at the scores to the overalls. Let's play the final 5 questions in this round. What classic comic strip featured this character, J. Wellington Wimpy? Is it A, Alley Up? Is it B, Barney, Google and Snuffy Smith? Is it C, Gasoline Alley? Or is it D, Popeye? The votes are in. It shows us that 73% of you went with D, Popeye, as the correct answer.
J. Wellington Wimpy, generally referred to as Wimpy, is one of the characters in the comic strip Popeye, created by E.C. Seeger in 1931 and originally called Thimble Theater, and in the Popeye cartoons based upon the comic strip.
So Popeye is correct. Here's question 22. In the 1994 comedy Dumb and Dumber, Harry and Lloyd go cross-country in their furry-covered van. What did they later trade it in for in order to get to Aspen, Colorado? Is it A, a Ford Pinto, B, a double bicycle, C, a mobility scooter, or D, a mini bike? 10 seconds. I thought this would have been a 100% all teams correct answer, but I was wrong. 45% believe it to be double bicycle, 18% for C, mobility scooter, and 36% for mini bike, which is correct. Here's question 23 then. Which of these iconic science fiction TV shows debuted first? Is it A, Star Trek, B, The Outer Limits, C, The Twilight Zone, or D, Lost in Space? locking in their answers. 45% going with A, 27 for both C and D. The correct answer I'm looking for is C, the Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone debuted first of these in 1959. However, it wasn't the first science fiction anthology series. There were several before it. It, however, became one of the most influential.
So well done to the 27% who got it right. All of the teams lost 20 points. Here's question 24. This 1961 Ferrari 250 GT meets the Eglin Spade at the end of what John Hughes' classic 80s film? Is it A, 16 Candles, B, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, C, Pretty in Pink, D, Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Give 10 seconds. Let's see how you voted here. 91% going with D, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Is this correct? It sure is.
Despite being described in the film as a Ferrari, the car is actually a 1985 Modena GT Spider California.
Final question in tonight's main quiz is, everyone knows Snoopy from Charles Snoop's classic Peanuts comic strip, but who is the girl who would rather be kissed by Charlie Brown? Is A, Lucy, B, Sally, C, Peppermint Patty, D is the little red-haired girl? Showing you the results tell us that 45% of you think it's A. That's incorrect. 18% of you think it's B, Sally. That's incorrect. 9% of you think it's the little red-haired girl. That is incorrect. The correct answer is C, Peppermint Patty on that one. Let's have a little synopsis.
Peppermint Patty's full name is Patricia Rycroft, which is very rarely used in the comic strip. She is one of a small group in the who lives across town from Charlie Brown and his school friends. Uniquely, she refers to Charlie Brown and Lucy as Chuck and Lucille, respectively. In most of her appearances, she is attracted to Charlie Brown, based on her reactions.
Okay, so guys, that is your 25 questions in round 3 complete, done and dusted. All is left to do now is give you the results. Shortly after that, then we're going to do the raffle ticket to see who's going to win a small little cash prize. Then we're going to move on to the brand new 4th round, which is the eliminator. For those teams who have purchased raffle ticket plus eliminator, you'll progress to the next round. To those few teams who didn't, thank you very much for joining us this Thursday. I look forward to having you back again very soon. Before you go, stick around. We're going to give you the results here now, and I'm going to start with the top 5 teams. Starting with 5th place, scoring 53 questions correctly out of the 75 asked. It is a team with 3,376 points. They're called Sir Isaac Hunt. So well done, 5th place. 4th place, 51 questions correctly, faster at locking in the answers when compared to 5th place. They have 3,594 points. Dakota Vinci, they call themselves. Well done for finishing 4th place. Now 3rd place, who scored 46, quite a few questions less than 4th and 5th place. Just again, it's all to do with the speed in which you do know the answers. Now they have a total score of 3,632 points. They call Team Burr. So well done for finishing 3rd. 2nd place, 63 questions correctly. Total score of 4,569 points. It is a team called Big Fact Hunt. So well done there. Our winners, with 61 questions correctly, that's 2 less than 2nd place, but a massive 5,017 points. They are called the Dynamic Duo. Dynamic Duo, well done and well played for winning tonight's main quiz. Now, stay with us, guys. We're going to do a quick lotto here, and we're going to see if we can get some cash to one lucky team. Stand by, have a look at your devices as we're about to play our little lottery game. We can reveal in just a moment. I'm going to just verify everything first before I announce it. I think it's this one here. Now, the website where we take the orders is extremely slow here. And I'm just clicking on the team here. I think it should be who I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. Dakota Vinci is actually a winner here. So well done to those. You guys have a small cash prize coming your way very, very soon. Now you can press close on the purple screen for the lotto. And we're going to progress now to the fourth round, the eliminator, and we say goodnight to the teams who haven't purchased that. And I want to say thank you very much for your purchase on the main event. And we perhaps see you next Thursday night for our weekly smartphone quiz. On we go to round number 4 next. Okay, so guys, hopefully we have you all in here. We're just going to give this a couple of minutes countdown and make sure that those teams that are supposed to be in here are here. Going to stick 2 minutes on this, guys. Just to remind you, of course, how do we play this game? Well, we have 25 questions lined up. Get a question incorrect and you are eliminated. All right, the last team standing will be victorious, depending on how many questions, of course. It could be after question 5, it could be after question 23, you just don't know. But the last team standing means that is the end of the game, and that team will win a pass to next Thursday's main quiz, the raffle, and the eliminator game. All free of charge. Okay, so let's see who's going to be victorious and the last team standing. Any issues, guys, do let us know in the live chat before the game kicks off. And I want to make sure you are in the game if you have purchased the raffle ticket / eliminator pass with your main event. It looks like I have 10 entries. Remember, you must play the question. There's no way to pass on it. A pass is the same as answering it incorrectly. So do go for it. I'll read the question like I do in every round, and then I will unlock it with a 10-second countdown. We'll check which teams have been eliminated, and of course we'll check which teams still remain. So a bit of fun with this one. High octane stuff, guys. Don't mess it up too early. We will be checking which teams, as I said, who are knocked out and which ones are remaining. 30 seconds out, guys. Looking forward to this one, and we'll be kicking things off with a music question, which will be a multiple choice question as well. Okay, so music, multiple choice. That is how we're going to kick off the eliminator round. Very best of luck to you all, guys. Let's see how long you last. Don't get knocked out too early. Here we go. Question number 1. Oasis Wonderwall was the biggest selling Britpop song of the 90s. What song, also by Oasis, was second place? Was it A, Champagne Supernova, B, Don't Look Back in Anger, C, Stop Crying Your Heart Out, or D, Whatever? You have 10 seconds to lock in those answers. All right, we have a result of all teams going for B. If it's A, C, or D, the game is over. If it's not B, it's over. The correct answer is... it is B. And Don't Look Back in Anger is correct. All teams progress to question 2. This car, which flew into movie screens in 1968, was created by the same author that gave us what iconic literary character? Is it A. George Smiley, B. James Bond, C. Willy Wonka, or D. Prince Kasabian? And you've got 10 seconds here. We will be saying goodbye to a few teams, guys, on this one. All options have been selected here on this one. All options have been selected. Let me just show you what we have. We have 10% with A, 50% with B, 30% with C, and 10. We could be losing 50% of you here. Let's have a look. Correct answer is... It is B, James Bond. That means we've lost half of the quizzers here on this particular question.
James Bond creator Ian Fleming wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang for his son Casper. The novel was written in 3 volumes, with the first published in October 1964.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We have lost half of the room. Eliminated is Sam Crow, the Big Fat Hunt, Burr, Quiz Christopherson, and Riley's. They're just all gone right now. The last 5 teams are on your screens. A dynamic duo, Paulie White Wings. My favourite team, Sir Isaac Hunt and Dakota Vinci. They are our survivors as we head now next to question number 3. Let's find out. Will we lose more? In 1992's Wayne's World, Gareth and his buddy rock out to Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody in the Mirthmobile. What kind of car was it? A. 1976 Chevrolet. Is it B, the 1976 Sebring? Is it C, the 1976 AMC? Or is it D, the 1976 Ford Fiesta? 10 seconds if you think you know the answer. Here is how you have voted. 100% of you have gone with C. If it's anything but C, it is game over and good night. The correct answer is... It is C. Correct answer.
A 1976 AMC Pacer hatchback was used in the 1992 movie Wayne's World. The Pacer was painted bright blue with flame decals. It featured a licorice dispenser mounted in place of the overhead light and the headliner.
Alright, so all teams progress. Well, what's remaining, that is. Let's have a look at question number 4, if we can do that next. Roll the dice and take a guess. Which of these classic board games was released first by major publishers? It A, Shuttles and Ladders. Is it B, Monopoly, C, Candyland, or D, Sorry? Now we're going to lose teams, I'm sure, here. 10 seconds. Alright, we got a difference of opinion here. We've got 3 options selected here. Let me show you what we have. 50% with A, 33% with B. Nobody went for C, and 17% of you went with D, Sorry. Let's head to Daniel for the news on this one.
Sorry was first sold in the United States in 1934, followed by Monopoly in 1935. Chutes and Ladders debuted in 1943. Lastly, Candyland was released in 1948.
Guys, the answer is D, Sorry, and that means we have one surviving team, and that surviving team is Paulie White Wings is the last team standing. Everyone else has been eliminated. Excellent stuff. Well done to Paulie White Wings. You have just won yourself a free pass to join us again here next Thursday night for the main game, the raffle, and the eliminator game. Guys, the camera's gone to bed early on me here. It's disappeared. I'm going to disappear now as well, and I want to say thank you very much for joining us this Thursday night. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you again next Thursday, please God. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Good night.